The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Jennifer Hawkins stepped up to the podium. Her boots echoed against the crystalline floor, each step deliberate, measured. Behind her, Major Alex Chen stood at attention, his jaw set, eyes forward. Neither of them wore the diplomatic smile that usually accompanied Earth's representatives to these proceedings. Ambassador Velthar of the consortium shifted uncomfortably in his gravity seat. Representative Hawkins, we understand Earth's grief, but surely you cannot mean 2 billion. Jennifer's voice cut through the chamber like a blade. 2 billion humans, gone in 7 hours. The holographic display behind her flickered to life, showing the colony world of New Hope. Children playing in parks, farmers tending crops, cities gleaming under twin suns. Then, in horrifying progression, the images shifted. Orbital bombardment, plasma fires consuming atmosphere, the systematic, methodical destruction of every human settlement while the population sheltered in designated safe zones, as per the rules of civilized warfare. You followed protocol, the Xinthian magistrate interjected, his translator converting his clicks into smooth galactic standard. The Krell Empire requested formal combat. You agreed. Both sides acknowledged the rules of civilized warfare. Your people were granted 6 hours to evacuate to protected shelters. Protected. Alex spoke for the first time, his voice quiet but carrying an edge that made several council members flinch. They told us the shelters were protected under Article 7 of the Galactic Combat Accords. Jennifer's hands gripped the podium. The Krell waited until every civilian was inside. They marked each shelter with precision targeting, and then they fired. An unfortunate violation, Ambassador Velthar said quickly. The Krell commander has been reprimanded. He will face tribunal in approximately 800 years. Jennifer's laugh was devoid of humor. According to Krell legal proceedings, that's how long your justice takes. The hologram shifted again. Now it showed something that made even the most battle-hardened council members look away. Not the destruction itself. They had seen worse. But the systematic nature of it, the patience, the way the Krell had followed every single rule of warfare except the one that mattered most. We came to you after, Alex said, stepping forward. Earth petitioned this council for intervention, for justice, for anything. And we offered mediation, the magistrate replied. The Krell Empire has agreed to territorial compensation, financial reparations. You offered us 3 uninhabited systems and enough credits to rebuild exactly 1 city. Jennifer's eyes swept across the council. For 2 billion lives. You called it proportional response under Section 12 of... The law is clear, a Vraxian counselor interrupted, her multiple eyes blinking in sequence. Civilized species follow established protocols. This is what separates us from barbarians, from animals. We do not allow grief to dictate policy. Jennifer nodded slowly. You're right. Civilized warfare. It's beautiful, really. Formal declarations, scheduled conflicts, designated combat zones. Both sides agree to rules, shake hands, and fight according to a code that's been refined over 10,000 years. She pulled a data chip from her pocket and placed it on the podium. Earth's formal response to the Council's mediation offer. Ambassador Velthar reached forward with a tentacle, interfacing with the chip. His skin immediately flushed a pale yellow. Fear, Jennifer had learned. The other council members accessed the file simultaneously, and the chamber erupted in chaos. "This is unacceptable!" the Vraxian shouted. "You cannot simply withdraw from the combat accords." 5,000 years of interstellar law. No more civilized battles. Alex's voice somehow cut through the din. That's Earth's answer. Jennifer pulled up another hologram. Earth, Luna, Mars, the Belt, dozens of shipyards all running at capacity. But these weren't the sleek, efficient warships of galactic standard design. These were different, ugly, asymmetrical, Wrong. You fight your wars like games, Jennifer said. Honorable combat between military forces, clean targeting, proportional response. When someone breaks the rules, you give them a slap on the wrist and call it justice. She gestured at the strange ships. Humanity doesn't play games with the lives of our children. Those vessels, the magistrate whispered, his translator barely functioning through his shock. They're not following any accepted design paradigm. Where are the combat shields, the identification beacons, Gone, Alex said flatly, along with any intention to announce our targets, schedule our attacks, or limit ourselves to military installations. You would make yourselves into monsters? Ambassador Velthar's voice carried genuine horror. You would abandon 10 millennia of progress? Become like the ancient species who nearly destroyed the galaxy with their total wars? Jennifer met his eyes. You let them murder our children and called the killer's time out justice. You bet that humanity would roll over and accept it because we're new here, because we're not civilized enough to understand how things work. She smiled, and it was not a pleasant expression. You were half right. The Xinthian magistrate stood, his voice carrying the weight of his office. If Earth pursues this path, you will be declaring yourselves rogue, enemies of the Galactic Council. Every civilized species will be authorized to what? Alex's question stopped him cold. To fight us under your precious rules? The ones we just opted out of? Jennifer picked up the data chip. We're not asking for permission. We're giving you notice. The Krell Empire took 2 billion of ours. We don't want reparations. We don't want territory. We don't want mediation. She turned to leave, Alex falling in step beside her. We want them afraid to ever do it again. At the chamber doors, she paused and looked back. Pass a message to every species that thinks Earth is easy prey because we're young, because we'll follow your rules. Tell them humanity tried civilization your way. Her voice dropped to something cold and absolute. Now we'll try it ours. The doors sealed behind them with a finality that echoed through the silent chamber. On the hologram, Earth's strange, terrible fleet continued to grow, each ship a promise that the galaxy's age of civilized warfare was over, at least where humanity was concerned.